How's everyone doing today? Are you all Walking Dead fans? My name is Cena Grace. I am the editor for the comic book that you all purchase and love very much. And I'm here to introduce a couple of pretty amazing people. You've grown to love them over the past couple months on AMC's The Walking Dead. First and foremost, I'm going to introduce the creator of The Walking Dead, Eisner Award-winning Robert Kirkman. He just got nominated for a Golden Globe. How about that? Just him, just him. Next up, I'm going to introduce the actor who made Shane Walsh lovable, Jon Bernthal. Then right beneath me, I have someone who took the tiniest role and probably made it the biggest part of the show. Melissa Cowan played Bicycle Girl. And last but not least, he is the Hurley of The Walking Dead. I mean, when you see him, he put on some pounds, so please don't be shy with Steven Yeun. I'll start out with a simple icebreaker. What were you guys expecting before the show started? What kind of turnout?
Failure? No, I mean, I definitely knew it was a good show. I had seen episodes and the fine work by these talented people, and I knew that it was at least a show that I could be proud of, but I never in a million years thought that it would be, the rating smash that it ended up being. And
highest rated drama on cable.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So, I mean, it's been pretty awesome. John, what do you think?
Hey, everybody. In reading the script and being there, I always thought it was gonna be a real special show. I thought people would dig it, but it was only until after I went to Comic-Con in San Diego, and I saw what I think are the greatest fans in the world, the Walking Dead fans, and the comic loyalists. Once I saw sort of the passion behind it, I actually thought it was going to be a real big deal, and I think it's really because of you guys. So, right on.
I was excited about it, and I knew it was going to be pretty big, but I was just wondering if that many people would be into the zombies. But after being on set and filming it and meeting the fans, I knew right away that even people that didn't like zombies was going to like this because it has other stuff other than your zombies. Yeah. So and then the fans, your guys, what make it so popular.
You guys got the Entertainment Weekly cover. Yeah, so that's awesome. Personally, for me, I mean, I was a fan of the comic before, and so I was really excited to be a part of it. And while we were on set shooting, I remember Andy and John and everyone was kind of buzzing. They're like, we're on something pretty big. I don't think any of us really realized that it was going to be the ratings hit that it was, obviously, but we knew it was something good, and we knew we had a great cast, and we knew we had a great production, and everyone behind it was really just awesome. So hopefully we continue to do that, and I'm so thankful that you guys dug what we did so far.
Yeah, he's proud of you too, little guy. Are you guys getting noticed on the street more, or are people being like, Walking Dead, Bicycle Girl?
You know, I was getting noticed a good bit until I got this stupid dorky haircut, and it's growing back. I'm like a chia pet. This is like 2 weeks in, but you know, it's not just, you know, look, you know, I don't think any of us do it to get recognized. You know, the dream and the goal is, except for Robert, of course, but you know, the dream and the goal is to be a part of something real special and something you believe in. And in this show, I can speak for everybody in the cast. We really do. I think what's really cool for me is I've been a part of really crappy stuff, so it's really cool to be in something where people recognize you. I can't do that, man. You know what I mean? Pacific, was it? You know, it's really cool to be when you're recognized. I mean, although people have shouted obscenities to me about sleeping with my best friend's wife, you know, at least they dig the show, you know, and that whole thing is positive. So I really dig that. I'm definitely not embarrassed about it. So yeah.
So they're feeling something.
It's definitely surreal though. I mean, like I come from a different, you know, prior job of this. You know, I did a lot of theater and I did Second City, but you guys probably got recognized all the time anyway. But I remember the first day, like the first day after the second episode, I was walking into Best Buy, and I don't even think that anybody's gonna recognize me, but this dude stops me and goes, "Walking Dead," and he just charges at me like this. And you know, like for me, it was a mixture of fear, of surprise, of confusion, and if you saw my face, it was absolute sheer terror. I was like, yeah. And then when he asked me, he kept on going. I was like, oh, thanks, man. I remember leaving that altercation, I'm gonna call it an altercation, and my heart was pounding out of my chest. And I don't know if I can explain what it was, but it was definitely flattering, and it's nice to you know, have that be people enjoy your work, so that's something that you can't complain about. But it's definitely scary if you come at me at like more than 5 miles per hour.
And I would say the same thing. I wasn't really expecting it for my role, and I think the first time that I, you know, was recognized, it was very flattering. You could kind of get kind of nervous and stuff, but because I never really thought that my zombie was going to be the best zombie of the show, or you know, the best kill or whatever. So it's really exciting. Excuse me, but it's kind of weird to, you know, have my kids out in public with me and people come up, "You're the best zombie ever, make me a zombie face," and my daughter's just like, "Mommy, why are you talking to all these strangers?" But it's real fun, you know. I try to treat every fan like I would want to be treated as a fan, because I'm very grateful for the opportunity and the recognition that I've been given. So, because it's opened up so many doors for all of us that I'm grateful for. But I never expected it, but I'm very flattered that it happened. Do it again in a heartbeat. Yeah.
All right, and then I'm probably going to ask 1 or 2 more questions, and it's on to you guys. Season 2, for you, I'm going to ask what to expect. For the rest of you, I'm going to ask, what do you want to expect in Season 2? So, Robert, answer as best as you can. I don't know what you can tell
more actor deaths, definitely. There's going to be a lot of dead actors. Should be some more zombies. A lot of RV living, I think. So that'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, I don't want to get into it more than that, but definitely some dead actors. So that's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, the death thing is kind of overrated, you know? I mean, I just feel like, you know, it should be a real peaceful season, you know what I mean? Kill a lot of zombies, but no, I think, who knows, man? It's, what do you think, Steve? Go ahead, brother.
I want to be one of the ones that kill the actors.
Oh, right on.
That'd be perfect. I don't know. I mean, I've heard rumblings of, you know, maybe there'll be. Oh yeah. You guys know. You guys read it. Come on. But maybe there'll be some new people we meet. Maybe there'll be some new people that I personally enjoy. So that will be fun, and I'm looking forward to just going back. I mean, we had such a great time doing this, and I think we're all jonesing to go back and just have fun. It's going to be a great time.
All right, the questions just get worse and worse. They like there's no confidence in the handwriting. They just turn into chicken scratch. So I'm gonna open up to you guys. There's a mic right here. Line up, be respectful, and remember that there are some kids in the audience. So bring it on over.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Dragon. I'm a really big fan of the show, and congratulations to all your success. One of the things I wanted to ask you is, as actors, when you're on set with, like, you know, the other actors as zombies, did it get a point in your mind where you know it's not real, but because the makeup is so convincing and so well done, is there a part of you that, you know, feels apprehensive, or just does that help you get into character more?
Yeah. And you know, especially, you know, we're out in the woods in Georgia and stuff, and they're coming out of the woodworks, so to speak, from all angles. And you know, at some of the press events and the premieres and stuff, the wonderful AMC publicity people decided to bring zombies to sort of you know, walk around the crowd and get people. And you know, I swear every instinct in me was to bash their skulls in. And they were just like, you know, people were hired for the day, and they'd like come up, and I'm like, no, dude, you don't understand. Like, get away from me, man. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I hate zombies, man. Like, I hate them. And like, I'm getting real emotional even talking about, like, I hate them. So yes, absolutely. Greg Nicotiro's a genius.
We actually, there was some moments where, like, you don't get really mad, but you're like, you know, like when you're done playing a game, it's kind of like that. You're like, I remember that scene where I had to go run and get the guns, and I ran back and there were zombies chasing me. We shot that a couple times, and after every take, they were so into it, they would call cut, and they would hang on to the fence and keep doing this and like go like this. I was like, guys, we're done. We're done. Stop. Stop. And like, it's genuinely like, dude, I'm not playing tag with you anymore. Just stop. And it's just a testament to how great the actors that were playing the zombies were. It was absolutely horrifying. I remember one dude, he stayed in character throughout like 15-minute breaks. And yeah, what are you doing? Like, we're eating sandwiches. Yeah. Like, come on.
I gotta say, you know, there's not a lot of digital enhancement, if any at all, in most cases. I know Melissa had blue pants on because they didn't take her legs off. But other than that, like, what you see on screen is actually how they look in person, and it really is kind of terrifying. I try to be tough because I'm kind of a big dude, but I have jumped a lot, like just at press things because I don't expect it, and then on set, everybody's trying to be cool, and it is a little terrifying because they do look as, you know, ugly and terrible as they do on screen in person. So it's kind of neat.
Yeah. At the depressed. Hello? Yo. We'll take it to you real fast. But yeah, no, at the party, it was at a cemetery, and when you were waiting in line to park, they had zombies walking through the graveyard.
And they were like beating on the cars on the windows as you came in. And
you would take a picture because you'd think it's cool, and they're like kind of posing, and you're like, oh, this is funny. You turn away, and they would lunge and put their hands in the car, and you're like, not cool, not here. One zombie kept doing this to me. He's like, ugh. And I'm like, what? Oh, you like my jacket? All right.
You had to stay in character.
Yeah, but you know, I guess they still have the sartorial eye or whatever.
Craig, huge fan.
Speaking of which.
This is a total fanboy question, I apologize. The comic book starts off in the winter, and the TV show starts off in the summer, and it adds kind of a different feel. I think the whole winter thing is a very apocalyptic feel, and I was wondering why that changed, if indeed it was even a conscious change.
Oh, well, the simple answer is it would have been, you know, very expensive to truck in all that snow into Atlanta, and it would have melted immediately. So, I mean, the location we were shooting in was, you know, Atlanta in the summertime. And so, realistically, we just kind of had to change that setting to match where we were shooting. It would have been unrealistic to try and, you know, depict winter there. And I don't know. Would you guys have preferred to film in Alaska? And I'm sure there were days.
Nah. Well, the extremes of the temperature were were either or. It was either baking or freezing out.
And imagine that with all the zombie makeup on, it's about 5 or 10 degrees hotter, especially with Bicycle Girl. You're covered from here to here.
I had a hat on, so it was pretty hot. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
also, I should admit that what in the world just happened? But I mean, I should admit that it's not very realistic to have Atlanta covered in snow like I did in the comic. So, maybe TV audiences would have been like, wait a minute, there's not like blizzards in Atlanta all the time. So, I don't know. Covering up for one of my screw-ups. Hi, this is Robert Kirkman, and we just wanted to say hello to everybody out there on twistedmanga.com.
My name is Drew. I'm from Phoenix, and my questions are for Robert. The first one is just, what's the episode commitment for season 2? Do we know? Is it
72 episodes. No, it's 13.
Cool.
13.
But the main question was, I was at San Diego a few years ago when you had in a small room an Invincible panel. What's it like for you having Walking Dead be the thing that's really blown up for you? Is that what you expected?
I would prefer that it was Invincible if I had to pick. But no, I'm kidding. It's
from a kind of a smaller room to all this, in a matter of just a few years. What's that like for you?
This is an old hat for me now. I'm very used to this. As a matter of fact, I get angry when this isn't happening. So no, I mean it's bizarre. I try not to think about it because at the end of the day, it is kind of overwhelming and. I just kind of coast through life, not really noticing things. So I'm picturing like 3 people on a couch right now, because it is kind of unnerving. But now you're making me nervous. But no, it's great. I mean, I can't complain. Just keep walking away and act like I'm not still answering your question. No, it's fine. I love looking at your back. Those are some good shoulders. It's adorable, really. All right, but. All I can really say is it's awesome. I mean, it is really great, and I do appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate everything with you guys, supporting this, and it's really cool. So yeah.
Hey, my name is Chuck. I'm from Phoenix. So here's my question: how do you feel about how much or little the show deviates from your comics?
I love it, and a really good example of why I love it is sitting to the left of me here. I think that everyone knows, as comic book fans, that were we following? Hold on, I'm talking. Were we following the comic book exactly? John Bernthal would have already kind of ridden off into the sunset on this show, and he hasn't. And I think that. Because the comic book is so popular and a lot of people like it, I think that to a certain extent, if the show followed the comic book exactly, it would be completely dull, just because you guys would be like, oh yeah, this is the part where Shane gets killed, and then it would happen and you guys would, watch the next show that comes on TV, and it would be kind of dull. And so I like that, there is this unknown now. We're going to get to see things from the comic book that Shane didn't live to experience, and so that's going to be like this X factor that's going to change stories quite a bit. So I'm really excited about where we're going to go with season 2. And as much as I like to joke about, killing actors and everything, I mean, we never know. This guy could be kicking around in season 10 for all we know. So I think that's a lot of fun, and I mean, I'm really excited about the changes, and I think it's all, it just makes it more interesting for me.
And I think we can open this up to the actors too.
Yeah. Well, I haven't read the comics. So.
I read it for free. I read it for free.
You want to tell
them Glenn dies in season 2, so that's going to be a big departure from the comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, as a fan, though, I really like that too. That's a really great added benefit to having it not predictable. There are iconic moments that I think that we definitely touched upon that are necessary. I remember at New York Comic Con when Glenn and Rick meet and they have that handshake people really dug that. And for me, it was like, oh yeah, that is a big deal. And I think those are the things that we won't, like obviously never say never, and I have nothing to do with the writing, but we won't, as a fan, they appreciate you guys, and they want you guys to enjoy it as its own medium. So it'll be great, that's for sure.
John, you got nothing?
I just want to live. No, but look, I think the iconic shot. I agree with what you're saying in that, but I do want to live, and but I also think, and I'm not just saying this because I want to live, but I think it's also it's a real testament to Robert, because I think a lot of times, this is an opportunity. This is an artistic opportunity for him and for all of us, and I think that to not take the source material and be so precious that you don't want to change a bit of it and offer nothing new to the fans, to the loyalists, and to say, okay, look, how can I do this different? How can I collaborate with a group of people into this thing that obviously, I mean, it's his baby, so to speak, and the fact that you've been, open to that and open to changing and open to potentially improving at times, or whatever. Whoa. Hey. I'm just saying that's the mark of a real artist, because I'll tell you, after being in Hollywood for a few years now, there's not too many people that are like that, and everybody wants it their way. And I think the only way to create something that's really special is to collaborate and to be open and to work together. So kumbaya to that.
Robert Kirkman.
You're still probably going to die.
Hi, my name's September, and I'm from Goodyear, and it's really cool that y'all come out, and you're my favorite. And Robert, you should give Steve more screen time, because Glenn's my favorite. And don't kill him.
It's not going to happen.
So my question was, what, like for the actors, what was your favorite scene to be in and shoot and act out and stuff?
Oh man, what was the most fun for me was the scene where we come into the camp and kind of come in with shotguns. That was awesome, because, man, I mean, obviously, it just speaks for itself, but what was great about that was there's no acting required. It was pure chaos, people screaming everywhere, people crying, zombies coming out everywhere. A girl who was a zombie got pulled by a bungee to look like she got exploded by a shotgun. I got to shoot a shotgun many times, and yeah, I mean, like, I think as an actor, like, that's one of those moments are the best, and those moments where you really don't have to act, where it's for real. You after the yell cut, you're like, oh man, that was so worth it. Every bad take that I've had, that one was worth it just for the experience.
I think it's pretty obvious for me. I just can say I'm sorry this happened to you, and you all know what I'm talking about. That was my favorite scene to film. I got to play other zombies as well, but obviously, that became the zombie of the show, so that's going to be my favorite moment to film. Yeah.
There's so many great ones. I agree with Steven, though. I mean, the attack on the camp was something else, but I think any time that we get to kind of work as a group, there's a scene just trying to get into the CDC, and a lot of it ended up you just started seeing it through Jenner's camera, but what was going on out there is zombies were starting to come at us, and it was really I think, like, as a group, we were really sort of playing the doom of, if we didn't get in that building, we were really goners. And a lot of times you hear actors and stuff talk and they say how good everybody is, but I'm really telling the truth. Everyone in this show, there's not a weak link there. Everyone is so good and everybody brings it, and everyone is really, really honored to be there. There's no divas, everyone knows how important this is and knows how much this means to the fans. And when we get those group scenes, especially when the S is hitting the fan, it's people really go all out. I mean, yeah, so I think that was one of my favorites going into the CDC.
Well, I was at the filmed a zombie on the CDC, and I can say, as being a zombie, after they filmed it, we filmed all day, and we actually did 2 different days shooting. there was probably 100 zombies, and to look around after the different takes, there was really zombies with tears in their eyes, with chill bumps. Cool. That was intense. It was fun.
For us. These guys were like laying
there was
in
nothing
the sun
like it. Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was.
If you didn't know they were filming a movie, I swear you would have really thought something was going on. It was intense. These guys did a great job portraying that.
Hey, Robert, I get to ask my question. I'm Evil Ed with Evil Ed's Walking Dead podcast. My question is this, is who's the one that started the rumor that Charlie Sheen was going to be a zombie on...
That's not a rumor! What? No, we're trying to get to the bottom of that now. I think it was Charlie Sheen.
No, okay. Now, my real question is now, we're all living vicariously through your guys' success. We can all say collectively that we love the show. Applause.
Yeah.
I think my number one question is what was the first thing that you guys, each one of you, bought with the big paycheck from AMC?
Are there big paychecks? Big paychecks? I bought a complete set of Garbage Pail Kids on eBay. I think it set me back like 180. I don't know. I'm a pretty simple guy. So yeah. I've been buying some Robotech toys, but you know, I don't have like a nice car or anything, so I don't know. What'd you get, John?
A bunch of dog food, you know, for my dogs and stuff. I mean, I'm a simple guy too, you know.
Dog?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of dogs, you know. Yeah, you know. I don't really have an answer for that, man, unfortunately.
Yeah, too bad these guys are low maintenance.
Yeah, I bought a couch.
Did you? From where?
Real useful, real useful.
I took my kids on a vacation to the beach for 5 days.
That's cool.
Yeah. There you go. That's.
I got a Ferrari and the Hope Diamond, and I didn't mean to ruin it. I mean, we need to give you some kind of a cool answer. A manservant. I've got my own Alfred now. That's pretty cool. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm from Phoenix. For the actors, who's a character that really fascinates you and you love to follow, be it from the books or the show, that's not your own? And for Robert, is there one character or a couple characters you really enjoy writing?
I'll nerd out. I love Carl. Yeah, you know, going through the whole book, Carl is my favorite because, man, that kid grows up real quick. And has everybody read the comic here? Okay, you have not? Oh, okay, because I wasn't going to spoil it for you. But, I mean, there's a point. Has anybody not read the comic? Oh, okay, I won't say it then.
Who cares?
Basically the part where you guys all know where Carl really needs to decide if he's going to grow up or not when he might have to end his dad's life. And that was awesome. And I cannot wait for that to be on screen. I think that's going to be killer. It's going to be killer. And we got Chandler to do it, and he's great, so it's going to be awesome.
I think I would agree and say.
Yeah, he'll be 32 by the time we get to that, but, you know. Yeah.
I say Carl as well. Chandler does a great job portraying Carl. And then he's such a young age, we get to see him go through the different stages in his life and make all these decisions. And you go from making, you know, a small child decision to be more mature about your actions and stuff like that. So I really like him, you know, personally and on screen. I think we're going to be very impressed with the road that he takes and how it comes out.
I dig Dale. You know, and especially, you know, from the show, I think Jeffrey DeMunn is like a national treasure. You know, I think he's as good as it gets, and you know, what he does in the camp as a character is kind of exactly what Jeffrey does as an actor on set. He's just wise and even, and when he gets his chance, he just kills it. He makes it, you know, he's just so at a different level than all of us idiots, and he's just it's a real special character. I think it's awesome. I can't wait to see what goes down between him and you know who, and I just think that's gonna be so rad, and you know, so right on. Dale.
like them all. Next question. But I will say, just going back to Chandler, if you guys still have the episodes on your DVR, or if you still have the illegal downloaded files on your hard drive, I recommend that you should go back and like do a Chandler viewing, just because there's a lot of scenes that he's in, but he's not like the focus of the scene. And having watched the show, like I've seen every episode like 30 times or something in various stages, to keep myself interested, I do like I'll watch different actors different times, and the stuff that Chandler does, even when he's not like supposed to be doing much, is just really remarkable. And that kid, I think, is a really amazing actor. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You guys could probably guess the characters I like the most because they're still alive. But so yeah, that's all I'll say.
How you guys doing? It's John Bernthal. I'm on twistedmanga.com. What is up? Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Stay with the website. Stay with the show. Thank you guys very much again. Walking Dead rules. Right on.
Hi, my name is Jay Abbott of Jay from Phoenix, Arizona. And well, my question, I'm sure you get asked this a lot, so I almost apologize before I ask it. But the governor, are we going to be seeing him in season 2? Or are we going to be seeing him at all?
We'll definitely be seeing him in the show, but I'm not going to say exactly when. You know, there's a possibility it could be season 2. There's a possibility it could be later. I mean, we'll see. So, but he'll definitely be in the show. I mean, that's part of the plan.
Josh from Phoenix, and wanted to ask you, I know you're super involved, Robert, obviously, with the program. With all the excitement on screen, do you ever feel like you want to get behind the lens and actually, you know, have a cameo role, or, you know, be involved that way?
Well, I'm actually planning to play the governor when he appears. So
that was a good lead-in.
That was a good lead-in. That was really good. No, I don't. I'm not. You know, I don't really like looking at myself. And I do have to watch these shows. That's why I didn't do a zombie cameo. Like, I don't know. Plus, it'd take me out of the show. I mean, it's one thing to know people that are starring in the show, but then to see my stupid face walk by, it's just like, oh, there I am. So I don't really want to do that. But I don't know. I'll direct like 4 episodes in the second season or something. That'll be enough. I don't know.
We'll take that.
I'm not. No.
And one last question. With the guts of the book, no pun intended, being all black and white, is there any plans to do any special episodes that would be just black and white, possibly?
We're probably going to do some DVD stuff with black and white, but I don't think there'll be any on-air black and white episodes or anything like that.
Thanks.
All right. Hi, I'm Brian, right from here in Mesa. I start with saying that you've added a lot more depth to the zombie genre than a lot of people have, and a lot more emotions to it. And also watching the show, Shane's become my favorite character now. You can see how torn he is and how confused about everything that's going on. My question is, do you think it's good the fact that AMC picked to show up? As in my opinion, AMC gives you guys maybe a little more room for creativity than, say, a network channel station would.
You want to talk about AMC? Who wants to kiss AMC's butt?
I want to kiss AMC's butt. Yeah. They keep me alive, you know. Hey, thanks, man. I don't know if any of you guys are a fan of Mad Men or Breaking Bad. What's that?
Everything you're fat.
Come on, man.
That's on tape.
But did he say when you said? I know. But did you say Shane's horny? Did you say that? He's more.
No, he said beard.
Weird.
He said beard.
No, but over there.
No, I said you put more a lot. You became my favorite character.
No, he wasn't talking about him.
I figured I misheard that, man. I was just, but I was trying to throw you under the bus because I messed up with that. But thanks, man. I hope I'm still your favorite. Hey, look, I think you're right. I think it's not just as simple with AMC as wow, they let a lot of gore and stuff through. I think that it's I've done shows on like network television and even some of the cable shows and cable channels, and never have I seen the network just offer support. And look, I don't do what he does. I mean, he's in constant dialogue with them, but from an actor's point of view, they have only been supportive and kind of completely hands off. They nurture you. They get the show out there. The publicity team is ridiculous. I mean, everybody knew this show was coming on. But you know, I think that I think again that's the only way you can do really good work, and I think there's a reason why Mad Men and Breaking Bad and Rubicon are such great television shows, and I think there's a reason for that. It's not that they just pick them well; they also foster them well and they nurture them well. You know, they let kind of anything go. I think as far as violence, you can say one S word. What, am I not allowed to talk about that? But the one thing you can't do, and I will say on AMC, is you can show sex, but you cannot show thrusting. And I know that because of the wood scene when I was over and over again, stop thrusting, John, stop thrusting. And I felt like the biggest pervert in the world because I was trying to be in the moment and you thrust. I mean, you thrust. That's what you do, man. And you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, so that is one place where they draw the line. They will not let you show thrusting.
How's your Barbie comic?
I didn't I'm sorry.
How's your Lucky Charms?
I just want to point out that John just looked over at me and said, I didn't cuss though. We talked about thrusting for like 3 minutes, but he didn't cuss. Honestly, no, and he was asked by Frank to stay in character while he was filming the pilot, and I think well into the first season, if not like a good majority of it. And there were a lot of people on the crew that didn't know he was British, and so there are people to this day that I think that see him doing interviews that worked on the show, and they're like, oh, that guy's on a big hit show now, so he's acting like he's British. That's like, what's that all about? So yeah, I mean, he did a pretty good job with that.
So,
I was wondering if there was any possibility that they're going to take some of the zombie characters and do like a little prequel and tell something about their past and give you some kind of background on them and maybe keep them in a series longer and show more about them.
There's no plans to do that specifically right now, but you know, as the show progresses, we may be doing some fun like web content just to have more promotion for the show, and that would be, you know, the kind of thing that we would probably do. So we'll see.
I'm Billy from Chandler, and my question was, in the comic book, one of the things that I enjoy the most is that they kind of don't know that much about the outside world or a cure or anything like that. And then in the TV show, obviously it's a big deviation from that. Can you sort of explain the reasoning behind that?
Well, I think, I mean, you know, the TV show is going to be different from the comic book. I don't think that that part of that particular aspect of the comic book, I don't think that's particularly, you know, earth-shattering. But yeah, I mean, it was just a decision that Frank made for the CDC storyline to give somebody, you know, to give people just a little bit more information on what's going on. So.
Hi, I'm Shane from Phoenix.
What? Oh no, another Shane.
Not the cool one. Just two quick questions.
Oh, you're way better.
Thanks. Two quick questions. One, Robert, for the season finale, did you write the flashback for Shane? Was that like your add-on? And then, do you have an endgame for the comic book series itself?
No, I did not write the flashback thing. That was, yeah, it was Adam Fierro wrote that episode. Yeah. But it was a great scene. I actually really liked that. You did a good job on that one. Thanks, I gotta say. Thanks, man. I wish you had done a better job answering that question earlier. But you did okay on that scene. Yeah. But I mean, there was a lot of emotion there. That was a good job. But I don't think I've talked to you about that, so I'm just going to derail this entire panel and just give you some compliments. I mean, it was really good. I mean, I'm being sincere. So, but as far as like an end game for the comic book series, I mean, I definitely know how I would like to end it eventually, but the whole idea is that it's, you know, the zombie movie that never ends, and I would kind of like to see Carl grow up a lot more. I mean, assuming I don't kill him next issue. And I really do want to kind of stick with the characters for years and years, and thus far only about a year has passed within the timeline of the comic book, and you know, that's not long enough. So you know, I could see it going for at least 300 or so issues, and possibly more. As long as you guys are still enjoying it and I'm still having a good time, I'll keep going. But that said, I don't want it to ever seem like it's directionless. Like, I always know where I'm going, and I always know, like, I'm always working towards something, and I do have a plan in mind. So yeah, but it's a very long plan, is I guess what I'm rambling about.
Hi.
What's up, kid?
Hi, my name's Josh. I'm from Scottsdale, and I have a question. You guys obviously have like sharp things, and have you ever had any accidents on the set?
All that stuff is fake. But I mean, seriously though, I got to play with the rubber shovel that they hit Rick with in the pilot episode. I mean, I don't know, this is like my favorite part of TV making. I like walk around and play with the props and stuff. But yeah, there's some real stuff on set, right? But it'll be like Shane will be walking around like swinging an axe, and then if he has to hit somebody with it, an assistant will come in and hand him like a rubber one, and then
jelly axe.
Yeah,
jelly.
And so it's like they have like 2 of everything, and it's awesome because you know, I'm always hoping that they'll like get it mixed up or something. And then it's like, oh no, I just took that guy's head off. Crap. But no, there's like every cool thing that you see on the show, there's like a rubber version of it, and I just think that's hilarious. So I've asked for things and they haven't given them to me.
Hi, I'm Yeun, and I'm on twistedmanga.com. What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching The Walking Dead.
I have a quick one for you, Robert. The music of The Walking Dead is absolutely amazing. Bear is a phenomenal composer. So, I mean, I just love his work. Are they going to ever offer the music of The Walking Dead so that we can buy the DVDs? Because I'd like to listen to that while I'm driving down the street, you know?
I'm sure that they will. Because the first season was just 6 episodes, I doubt that there's enough to do a whole album, but with the success of the show...
Cowan's segment with that music was just, I mean, that was the thing that just moved us, so...
It's good stuff. Bear does a good job.
My name's Nick. I'm from Philly. I wanted to know, like, so the screen is a really different kind of medium from the comic book, obviously, and it gives you a lot of really different opportunities than the comic book page. And so I was just curious if there was anything really different about the screen that you especially found compelling for this sort of storytelling.
Nope. Well, I mean, I was really excited when we started working on the television show, just because there's no movement and there's no sound in comics, and I felt like there was a lot more that we could do with the zombies in the show than we're able to do in the comic because of that. And so, you know, I mean, there's also different things in the comics, like, you know, that you can just cheat and do stuff in the comics. It makes it awesome because there's, you know, no motion and there's different panels and the way storytelling is done that make comics better than TV. So I mean, it's a give and take. Like, both mediums offer, you know, all kinds of extra stuff.
So first one for you, and then the rest for everyone else. Oh, I'm Andy from nowhere, Southern California.
Oh, okay.
First for you, like, was there anything with the show that, because of the success, you'll be able to do in the second season that you couldn't do with the first? And the second one, just kind of for everybody, what is your personal favorite way to dispatch the undead? Like, what's most satisfying for you?
I will say that we're going to have thrusting in the second season. So that's one thing that we're able to do now. I'm done. I'm sorry.
She already finished her happy birthday, Barbie.
Just say earmuffs.
All right, that's it.
Favorite way to kill a zombie?
Thrusting?
Callbacks.
I mean...
How do you top that? How do you top it? How do you top it? For me, the guns were fun. The guns were really fun. One thing that I keep imagining is in Pineapple Express when Danny McBride's character hits the dude with the car, and then he blows his foot up. That kills me. That has nothing really to do with the question. But it's really funny.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Is this panel over soon? Are we giving up?
I would like to blow a foot up with a shotgun.
I just want to say that, just to tease things a little bit, I'm hoping that we'll get to see a sword dispatching some zombies in the second season.
Hi, I'm Maggie from Glendale, and I was just wondering, since most of us are probably like fascinated with zombies or big comic book collectors, I was just wondering in your personal lives, what's something you collect or what's something that, you know, you have a fascination with?
Ooh, good question.
Dogs?
Yeah, but what about you, man?
Get it last.
Collect?
I gotta think.
I gotta think too. Yeah,
I got one.
Pit bulls.
Oh, okay.
A lot of pit bulls.
Dude, I just started collecting Kid Robot Simpsons Dunnies, vinyl toys. I've spent maybe like $300 on tiny vinyl 3-inch figures. I'm hanging on to my girlfriend by a thread. But yeah, so that's exactly like, what do I do with them? And then I question myself every day when I wake up and stare at them. What do I do with them? But the satisfaction of having Milt is the best. Of having Milton, the one-armed veteran, is the best. He's 1 out of 50. Blind boxes, you never know what you're gonna get. I got Milton.
I don't have nothing after that.
I buy comic books. I started recently. I have a home office I'm setting up, and it's covered in boxes now. But what I want to do is in front of my desk on the wall, I want to do like a wall book section, like you'd have at a comic shop behind the counter, where they take pricey back issues and they hang them on the wall. But what I want to do is I want to have all of the books that were on the wall when I first went to a comic shop in 1993 or 91 or whatever. And so I'm buying all of the books that were hot and pricey in like 1991, and so I'm getting like cool stuff like that issue of Hulk that has the Dale Keown cover with the neon green and the glow-in-the-dark Ghost Rider cover, and I'm getting it all on eBay for like $2 a piece, which is pissing me off because like when I was little it was, you know, like $30 or something. I couldn't get it, but I'm really excited about that, so that's what I've been doing. I just got I got Dark Knight Returns 1 through 4 on eBay for like $30, and I don't understand why people are selling things for so cheap, but yeah, I got Watchmen issue 1 for $8, like the first printing. So go on eBay, guys, it's awesome. Stop buying comics at this comic convention and go to eBay. Okay, we're done here.
So that being said, let's give them a round of applause. Thank them.
I'm clapping for me.
Oh,